Hi, in this video we'll try to make changes to calendar table that we have created in the previous video, and once we do that we'll try to test it out on DAX query view, and then we'll create a report page. Let us go back and see the calendar table once again. This is a calendar table we have created, and the calendar table is a single line code. We have used calendar function min and max for the report date, so we could create the date column, which is a single column. So in case if you want to add month, year, quarter, month, year, week, and so on, you can add those columns. One is you can use the new column in this view itself. You can keep on adding a single column based on your needs. That is one option. So another option is we can always create all the columns at once. So prior to doing any kind of things, let us try to go to DAX query view and see. This is the DAX query view, and you can learn about DAX queries at that link which is listed. And also you can go to the column or measure and right click on so that you can use quick queries too. This window opens up. So once you evaluate this particular statement, top n will give you the top 100 of the current table, right? You can choose whatever table. If you have many tables, you can replace that table name with that particular table. So let us try to add some columns. It's a pretty simple function. Add columns expects a table and a name and an expression. So we already know that we want to add columns to calendar table. Let us try to pass calendar table as the first argument, and let us try the first name as month. That is what we thought, right? So let us give the name as month, and by using a month function we can pass the date, whatever date we have in the calendar table. Once you do that and close the parenthesis of add columns and run it, you can see on the bottom you see the month as December is 12 and January is 1 and so on. So we are happy with this. You can additionally, in case if you want, you can try your code out here and before you actually create your measure or column. So similarly you can use a quick tip here is that if you want to add a new line, if you want to use the same code, you can use Alt Shift and up and down arrow will bring the same code to above or below, right? So now that we have done and tried, and we can add the format so that you will get the name of the month. Now that we have done, we understand the logic behind what we want to do. Let us go back. Once we run this, like if we keep on adding further column names based on your need, quarter name and as such, those columns will appear on the right. So this is what we have tested. So now that we feel good about whatever code we wrote, let us try to go back to calendar table and let us try to add the code here. So here is the code. You can pause the video and try to enter the same in case if you're following along. Basically, like add columns expects a table. So that is the first argument we gave the table, calendar, min and max, and year, month number, month name, month year. Everything is a very simple syntax. So if you follow the syntax, those columns will be available for you in the calendar table. Once we have these columns, as we go along in this series of Power BI ADA, we can keep using whatever columns as and when the need arises. But here we need to do one thing. Suppose if you go to month name column, it's all alphabetically sorted. So if you see December, February, J, and M are like that. That's by default. So what you could do is by highlighting the column month name, you go to sort column. Since we have already created month number column, you can sort by month name. The same thing we can do for month year and also day of the week name. Month year will be sorted by month year number. Same, all the A's and B's and those things will show up. Sorry, not B's. All the A's will show up and other month names too. So you can sort this by month, year number, and similarly day of the week also. If you see, all the Mondays are bunched up in our column. So by using the sort column method, we can sort this by the week. So I think that way we have that weekday column too. We can go ahead and sort it. So whenever we create visuals or whatever, it will nicely list out all the details like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, like that. So same for the months and month year. So now that we are done with this, we can quickly go back to the main report view and try to create a visual. So let us go to the bottom and try to add a new page, and let us name this page as say map, and probably map should be ideal because we'll create a map out of our data. So let us add the page name as map, and go to our visuals. And before that, since we've already created slicers, there are several ways you can duplicate this page, or you can select those slicers, and whatever visuals you want to use from this page, you can use it. So there are two methods. So like I show you, you can duplicate the page and remove unwanted visuals and use only the ones which you need. So for now, we'll select these top two visuals, the slicer and the other visual. So we'll copy it and go to our page, the newly created page, and paste that there. And if you, in case if you want to sync them, you can do that, but we don't want to sync those two visuals coming from the previous page. So we'll go ahead. Now that we are happy here, let us try to go ahead and click on whatever maps, you have those options. So whatever maps you feel comfortable, click on the map visual, and you can resize it, and let us start adding data to this map visual. So we already know that we have a country code. So let us go ahead and go to our UFO sightings table, and let us look for country code. Here it is, and country code is appearing here. So perfect. Now that your visual is popping up, slowly you can see all those bubbles, and let us try to add bubble size. Since we have already calculated total sightings, so we can just pass that total sightings as the bubble size so that it looks good. And it's no surprise that the US has larger circle compared to other countries. So we are good, and we can slice this data by the decade column so that we have those things appearing in those particular decade. So you have your 2000s. That is good. Now in case if you want some colors or something, we can add a legend here. So we can go to legend, and maybe we'll use say shape. So that way it will be you get a pie chart in each circle. So let us go ahead and remove the legend from up top, so that that way you don't have that legend visible on the visual. So let us use the tool here, the format, and uncheck the legend so that it looks good. So I mean, in probably less than 5 minutes, we could create a map visual and easily use the data and to filter out and see the visual as we go along, and select the slicer. Here in our case, we are using decade. We can use those slicers, make selections, and see the changes up top. Now that we have done, let us try to create one more visual and see what else can we make. We'll try to use line chart, so that way we can pass the year column to the x-axis, so that you'll know in that particular decade, whatever decade bin which we have created, only those years will be selected in the x-axis. So that way we'll just go ahead, x-axis, we'll go to UFO calendar and probably add a year from there. You have your x-axis, here is the x-axis, and let us go ahead and for y-axis, let us add the total sightings. So it looks cool. We have already enabled the data labels, so you have those data labels appearing here. So now if you see, if you can select any kind of filter up top, those values will change. So that's what we wanted. And in case if you want, you can add a trend line, and also you can add forecast. So that way you have some kind of additional value to this visual, so that you can see the trend line and also forecast. Whenever you click on any kind of decade, you filter out by those slicer values. So you have those things up top. For example, in 1990s, those trend lines and forecasts are shown. Let us uncheck them and select on any kind of slicer value. I think this is good. I think we have created another report, and you can rename this to a map and line chart appropriately, so that we have two visuals, and we have a slicer and a card up top. I mean, you can use make changes, look and feel. You can do whatever you need to. And now that we have done this, we'll create another report page in the next video. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.